Let's use the February 2025 sheetload of cards to make 6 cards plus 3 bonus cards with the scraps. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. It is time for the February 2025 sheetload of cards from Call Me Crafty Owl, and each month Alicia from Call Me Crafty Owl puts out a card sketch along with a supply list, cut list, everything you need to make a set number of cards. And this is a collaboration, so her creative team, we are all sharing our versions, our takes on her sheet load for February, so please check out the playlist linked in the description box below. This month makes 6 cards, and I am using a few more sheets from the Sweet Talk collection from Simple Stories. I have chosen these 2 patterns, and then we need some vellum for this month, so I actually ran across this heart vellum paper in my stash the other day, and I thought, ooh, let's use that for the sheet load, since we are planning on making some Valentine's Day cards anyway. So let's get into making some cards, and we'll talk a little bit more about the sheet load as we go. I'm going to start by trimming down my first sheet of pattern paper, and I'm including this because I was trying to make the most of this sheet, or both sheets of pattern paper actually. And so after I get the pieces that the sheet load cutting guide calls for, I cut a few extra pieces, hoping to get some bonus cards out of the extra pieces. So I'm going to cut this sheet down, and then off camera I do cut the second sheet of pattern paper down the same way, and spoiler alert, I do get some bonus cards. Again, if you haven't gotten this month's sheet load yet, there is a link in the description box below to Alicia's video where she tells you how to get the sheet load. You do have to be a subscriber to her channel, and if you would like to provide, I guess, more support for all of her efforts that she puts in each month in creating these amazing sheet loads, she does have a membership available, and you do get a lot of great perks with that as well. But the sheet load is free as long as you are a subscriber. So I decided to add a black mat behind all of the called for sheet load pieces, and this is mainly because the piece that I'm adding adhesive to right now, the polka dot, it's actually more of an off-white, and I wanted to make sure to separate that from the white card base, and so I just decided to go ahead and add that card mat to the black card mat to all 6 of my cards. And I like how it's kind of more cohesive with this layer right here, with the black matting. And then I do also add a black scalloped oval mat to the sentiment as well. So I have all of my vellum strips cut down to the appropriate size, and I just stacked all 6 of them together and cut the angles all at once. I did have to go in and trim up, I think 2, but it was super quick. I just had to trim up like 1 of the corners. So this definitely was a time saver. The sentiment I printed from my silhouette and then just cut it down with an oval die. And then, like I said, I have a scalloped oval as my mat there. So I like all the different black layers that go between everything. It just kind of makes it look a little more cohesive. I added a little bit of glue to the center of my vellum strip, and then I am adding my sentiment down. And then I thought I needed a little bit of something extra, so I have some small vellum some small circles that I cut out of scrap vinyl that I'm adding kind of as flat enamel dots, and I just think that helps it. So here are the 6 cards I made using the sheet load. I pretty much did the same thing with all of them, added the vinyl circles, and then I did add scraps on the inside. So those were the 6 using the sheet load, and then if you remember in the beginning when I was cutting the first sheet of paper, I did cut some extra pieces, thinking that larger pieces that I figured I could make some bonus cards with, and I did. So I just pieced together some of the scraps that I had from both patterns. Like this candy is the polka dot pattern. So I just pieced together those and then used the polka dot strip going across, and then brought in some cut aparts from the collection and used the vellum just kind of as a mat for those. I did cut, since these are going vertical, or like it's a horizontal card, I did trim the 3x4 cut apart down to 3x3. So these 3 bonus cards will be used for my family. But these were my sheet loads with the February 2025 sheet load of cards from Call Me Crafty Owl. Again, please be sure to check out the playlist linked in the description box below, as well as Call Me Crafty Owl's video, where you can find out how to get the sheet load download for yourself. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.